down lawn mowing services.info. All right, so if you know me, you know I've built thousands of websites in my career, and I've really done a bunch of different case studies using a bunch of different factors and variables, and I'm trying to figure out now with everyone, and you'll see it in real time as I do these videos breaking down different successful sites that I own, of what factors work. So if you've seen my other videos, I'm really big on expired domains. So this particular site is a brand new .info site. In terms of, it was brand new when I bought it. It wasn't an aged domain or expired, from another business that had a link profile. It had 0 links, 0 trust flow, 0 everything. I also built this particular site using City Page Pro, which is one of the several mass page builders that I use, and City Page Pro happens to be one that I built. And then I also use Blackhatlinks to do the linking. So those are the factors for this particular one. A couple things to note is that we built this site back in August of 2019. So the site's about 14, 15 months old, if my math is correct. And you'll see here, I noticed back in June that I didn't have stack counter on it. Somehow we got missed. So we threw that on there and we saw, okay, great, the site was doing good. I think I was searching for another site and I saw this one pop up and I was like, I own this site. Because it's funny, I'll definitely end up putting more energy into this video about the site than I did to build it. So put that fact out there. That's pretty crazy. So you'll see here, just in the 6 months that we have stats for, it's over 5,300 unique visits. And plus what you don't see here as well is spring. Spring is nuts for this site. We're getting like 200-300 visits a day. So I bet you this was more like 15,000, but whatever, 5,000 is enough in 6 months, you can see. And here's the spike here for the fall cleanup. In any event, so let's kind of break down like people who don't know about kind of my background. So 2008 to 2016, I was a prolific SEO affiliate, essentially, and I built out thousands of sites, and this was back when mass page sites, no one else was really doing it, and it was like shooting fish in a barrel, making just millions of dollars, and it was so easy. Unfortunately, with the Google Penguin and Panda and all the updates and a lot more competition, this style of making sites and making money has been greatly reduced in its potency compared to like 2012, etc., in the golden days. But this still makes a lot of money. And the difference now in 2020 is these visitors are worth so much more money than they were back then. So there's some, things of relative comparison that you've got to take into account. Because a lot of people ask, well, why are you going to teach this? Well, my business now has changed. I'm an affiliate network, and we're doing phenomenal with that. I still have a VA that builds sites. I still have probably 80 to 90 legacy websites, sites that I built back in the day that are still doing well today. And we're still building sites every day. I have one VA that cranks out sites, maybe 15, 20 sites a week. And I'm teaching everyone how to build City Page Pro, SERP Farm, SERP Shaker, and how to rank and how to then monetize that traffic. And hopefully you'll monetize it with LeadSmart, so then it's a win-win for everybody. So let's get into the site first. So let's start. There's a lot to go over. We need to go over what City Page Pro is, how that works, and this is for the people who don't even know kind of what SEO is. When people ask me like, hey Matt, can you look at my site for SEO? I don't care what your site looks like. First, I want to see site, the website. Okay, and this is showing me, what that's going to show you is how many pages are indexed in Google, and then I'm also going to see what the title tags are. So your meta titles, these blue links, the words that are there, are the most important elements for each individual web page that's online. This is how you tell the search engines, this is what my page is about. You only have a certain amount of characters that you can use here, so you've got to really be, particular. You're going to leave out words like the and any, you really want to hit for all the words that matter. Okay, so if we look at this here, we also see that I have zip codes. I love zip codes. So people search for zip codes a ton, especially closer to city centers like Los Angeles, Chicago, New York. They have hundreds of zip codes within one city. So it's heavily used in search is zip codes. Also, I have some theory that this is going to also help like on just nearby searches. So when someone just searches like landscaping companies and maybe they're in Bartlett and on their phone, it will show, because I've seen some things in my stats that I don't understand how they got to me not using a keyword modifier. So in any event, let's look. Let me show you how this places. Now, zip code is a lot less competition. I'm already sure this is going to place. And there it is. That's awesome. What is that? Couple under the map. Number 5. I mean, that's awesome. We can search for. I looked earlier. Now, with the city name, you don't place as much, especially this site. And I haven't paid any attention to this site. If I really wanted to pound this site and get it placing, I would do it. But the purpose of this video is to show you that I spent 20 minutes building this site. Not even. I built it. My VA built it. Who knows? I don't even know. I haven't looked. I've looked this thing 2 times in a year that I've had it. The point is, such little effort and money went in to build something that takes up all of this virtual real estate. And this virtual real estate is valuable and it's easy to get. You can't go get land like this in the real world, but the digital real world, you can get land. Let's see where we're at. There it is. So Eden NC Landscaping, pretty nice. Let me go back to this Bartlett one and show you just kind of how these sites work. All right, so this is the city page. It looks decent on mobile, but again, I didn't put any effort into this. I could make this on a nicer template and make it look nicer. Again, I don't know if I mentioned it already. My main business is my affiliate network. Making money from SEO websites is great, but I more want to learn or teach what's working. Learn actually what works best for me, and then teach everyone to just do that and minimize mistakes. Let's look at this particular site. So this is the home site, the home page. You'll see here. It's a directory style, meaning we have the states, and then we have the cities, right? All the cities, and then we have the city page, okay? Now the city page, this does all the SEO work, okay? You hover there, Addison, Illinois, landscaping companies, landscapers, lawn care, and mowing, right? That's my whole meta title. You couldn't see it there before. Search engines only will read so much of it. I mean, I'm within reason there. In any event, I've got just some basic SEO going on. Addison, Illinois, landscape service, Addison, Illinois zip code. I've got some additional keywords here, etc., etc. So, and then this is what makes City Page Pro different than everything else. Now, in order to make, we have how many pages here? Probably 5,000 pages, right? And each page is essentially sharing the same template. So how does each page become unique without you having to write text for each individual city page? So that is taken care of by the listings that are ported in. So if we compare Addison, Illinois to like another city, they're not going to have all of this content. All of this content is landscaping in Addison. So it's relevant content, and it's a unique collection of it on this particular page. Now, yes, are these elements all the same up here with the exception of us swapping out Addison? Yes, it is, but so much of this page is filled with content that's relevant to Addison landscaping. And if we were to go to Bartlett, which is the town right next door, now you're going to get all the Bartlett. And these cities are literally brother, sister cities are right next to each other. But now I have all this different content that's feeding in, and you can control how many pages, how much you want to show here. A couple things here to note. So there's a downfall with City Page Pro that I will not, even though it's my software, what are the downfalls of it? The downfall is a lot of people will come and interact with these business listings, okay? And also these business listings are going to index, right? And people are going to find them and they're going to call that business, which is not going to make you any money. So to handle that, there's a couple things that we're doing. One, we're making the upgrade so all of this stuff can be hidden. I didn't mention this featured listing. Here is us as well. So we're the featured one. But all of these are going to be hidden in a box that says view more listings. It's still going to be shown to Google. They're going to still see all that content, but the end user is only going to see all of this and the featured listing, and then there'll just be a button there, which is really nice. So that should be ready. I'm doing a training video on this, how to build these. The 25th, I think, is the date. Wednesday the 25th. So 10 days from now, that feature should be already in there. The other thing is I have affiliates who are utilizing this, and they use a cloak and redirect software so that when a real visitor comes, they're sent to this really nice landscaping land page or HVAC plumbing, just a really nice landing page. If a bot comes to the page, it's shown this. So it still just sees the content. That's a little more black hat, but I have affiliates that have year and a half old sites that are using the cloak and redirect, and there's no issues whatsoever. So again, black hat, who cares? It's $1, $2 to $10 URL plus a little time to build the site. If the site makes you money because you're using some black hat techniques and then it goes away, then big deal. You build more of them, build 100 more of them. While you do some white hat stuff, I just don't subscribe to having any rules with Google. They're not the government, and I'm going to break every rule I can get away with it. As long as I'm not breaking any laws, right? So back to this. Let's look at the Site Explorer on Majestic and just get an idea in terms of what type of linking I've done. So we'll see here is a trust flow of 0 and a citation flow of 19. So traditionally, trust flow is a better metric. So the higher the trust flow, generally, the better the site. And then also the traditional thought is that if trust flow and citation flow are close to each other, so like 19 and 19, that's even better. But this kind of dispels some of that, right? So this is a 0 and a 19. And then let's look at my spammy ass links. Look at this, Chinese links here. Nothing against China. I'm just saying that it's traditionally known as spammy. Here's some other foreign stuff, and let's look at backlinks. Here we are. So these are my backlinks. They're all just naked backlinks, which is just coming straight to. It looks like I linked out USA Land. So I linked out the category page here. So in any event, like I said, I'll end up putting way more effort into this 10-minute video and then uploading it, maybe equal effort, right, that I did building the site. If I really cared about it, I'd come back, I would probably make a cloak and redirect, or I would, make this landing page look a little nicer. But I don't, and I really care more about figuring out what's working, what's getting, because it's all about this. This is all I care about. This is all you should care about too. Because you can always do design, you can always make it prettier, you can always work on all that other stuff after you have placement. And some sites don't place, some sites will work, and sometimes they'll place. So, again, we've got 3,500 city pages indexed. Pretty much all of them should be placing for zip code and lawn mowing. That's what I saw tons of hits from. Yep, there it is. So like thousands of zip codes. Let me just try mine. Lawn mowing. Took that shit over. Boom, there it is. And that's awesome. So imagine this. Now I built one with very little effort. I'm going to now get some expired ones. I'll do like 10 sites and just own it. You'll own some of these searches. There's no reason. That's how we used to do it. We used to call force search through us. So when someone would search, like 9 of the 10 results were our sites. It spammed the hell out of the search results, and it would force people to have to visit our website. So in any event, I want to see people build thousands of these sites. Let's spam the shit out of Google together. Let's build some awesome properties, And again, I kid around when I say spam, but what you could do, like I'll give you an example. One of my better sites, so site:24hourdental.net. You can see here, we built this not with SERP Farm or SERP Shaker or City Page Pro. We built this with our own PHP program, but again, it was just cranking out thousands of pages with business listing on it. It was like the first private version of City Page Pro, essentially. But we realized that the site was making us a ton of money, and it made total sense for us to just put this into something nicer. And so we put it into Brilliant Directory, which is a real true directory style software, and it makes these nice city pages and these nice business listings. So it's pretty cool. So, but City Page Pro essentially does the same thing for you, and Brilliant Directories is pretty expensive. And Brilliant Directory, it takes a lot more work to make it. So I just wanted to just show you this one point here, that you can do other stuff with these sites in terms of after. You can also just keep them on WordPress and redesign them. But so that's pretty much it. We're going to go over in terms of how much money the site makes. It's really, I haven't monetized this site that well at all. I can look at the records to see how many calls it got, but obviously I could make the site better. I could add chat to it. I think I have the form. I could add the call now button. I could redesign it, but I don't give a shit. you know, what it's more just to show you guys sites that, in this case, this is a .info, right? It's a brand new URL. We did Blackhatlinks, and that's it. All right. And we use City Page Pro. And let's just go again, Blackhatlinks. Let me show you guys. We'll wrap this up. Blackhatlinks. Okay, so this is Blackhatlinks. I've used this guy forever. I've never had an unnatural link penalty. Now, I don't put all my sites on Search Console, but I put probably 1,000, 1,500 on Search Console out of everything I've built, and I get all types of fucking penalties. Not ever with, I'll tell you this, never with SERP Firm, never with City Page Pro, so that's cool, but SERP Shaker, I've got penalties. Other programs that we built, we've got penalties, but never a link penalty, never on any of them, and I've used Blackhatlinks on almost everything. So this is what I bought everything on this guy's list. I've spent a lot of money here. I use quality backlinks. This seems to do the biggest bang for a buck, right? 20,000 backlinks for $46. It's awesome. I've talked about this in other videos. Setting up Blackhatlinks, I'll probably just do a whole nother video on how to set that up. On how to set the links is pretty easy, and some tips and guides. But aside from that, man, and girls, guys and girls, that's all I got. So if you're going to build sites, you could buy, I've got the City Page Pro, $50 a month. So that's where we're going to end. Let me end on this. ADD is a mofo. Here we go. So I was conflicted about selling City Page Pro. I need to log out there, sorry. All right. So before I was conflicted about selling City Page Pro and then having them become affiliates and then making money from them. And I saw some affiliates were only making like, you know, they built a few sites and maybe were making like 50, 60 bucks a month, and then they were getting charged 75 bucks a month or whatever it was we were charging. So they were losing money, but I was making money. I'm making money on the software, and I'm making money from their leads that they're sending us. That didn't sit right for me. So we'll go down to here on the bottom here. So this is the cool thing. So $50 a month. This is City Page Pro Unlimited website pack, plus you get the Super Value pack with it. And so that's unlimited websites. You get access to exclusive pay-per-call offers to monetize your site. So there's people who work with me know I've got more than I show on Ringba and LeadSmart, and I'll work directly with you when things make sense, right? Where I can bring you a direct client or a group of clients that you can work directly for through LeadSmart. So you'll get exclusive stuff to that. And anyone gets that who's in LeadSmart. So if you're part of LeadSmart, you get some of this exclusive one-on-one with me. Training and support on this whole thing. The plugin pack, so you get 2 bonus mass page builders. Okay, I won't name who they are, but you get 2 additional mass page builders. I'll give you some templates and themes to build. You get direct access to me, which is awesome. You get the case study access, which are these videos, and I actually show one-on-one. I'll show you a whole lot more in terms of what works and what doesn't work, and if you're trying to build a certain site, what my history has been within keywords and sites that I've had that have done well. So cool stuff like that. Unlimited updates. So like I said, we're always updating City Page Pro. Not always. I plan to start doing more updates to City Page Pro, and that was all included. And then this is the best part. So $50 per month rebate for LeadSmart affiliates. Okay, so if you earn more, so if you're invoicing me for $25 or more in leads, you'll also be able to get a $50 rebate, or you can add $50 onto your invoice. So that's awesome. So so you buy the software for $50 a month. You earn $25 in LeadSmart affiliate commissions, and you'll get a $50 rebate for your for the City Page Unlimited website super pack. So it can't get better than that, right? I'm really not doing this to make money. I would need a ton of subscribers to actually make some decent money. It's more to put skin in the game. I've been giving out this stuff for free, and then no one does anything. Like 1 out of 10 people do anything. So if that's going to be the scenario, pay for it. I guarantee almost everyone's going to do something if they have to pay $50 a month. At least build a handful of sites so you can make your $25 and get your $50 back for free. So, all right, if you have any questions, I'll drop the links in the comments and the descriptions, and subscribe, right? That's what you say. Hit the subscribe button below, right? Hit that shit for me. Let's go. All right, thanks guys and girls. Bye-bye.